Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some disturbing details in regards to Liam Payne. It has been confirmed that the toxicology report that we were initially told about is a fabrication. In fact, the official toxicology report confirms that Liam Payne had no drugs in his system. Who is this Argentinian guy in the media making up stories about him and Liam getting intimate, taking drugs together, but not being the drug dealer? No. I'm not the drug dealer. Now, the guy goes by the name of Brian. We spoke about him in the last video. This is the picture that we saw of him and Liam together. Now, this picture right here, suspect. Why? Why does Brian in his interview look much more slimmer than he did in this picture? The same could be said for Liam. Liam looks so much more slimmer than he did in this picture. What this guy Brian is saying is extremely questionable. Nothing's been sitting right from the moment I heard about Liam Payne's death. It never made sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me. And now we know why it doesn't make sense. It seems like it is a big, fat lie. Let's check this out.
I knew it didn't add up. So Liam Payne's toxicology report, the final one, has come in and it's different. And I'm going to tell you why it's different to what's actually being put out in the mainstream media. So stick with me whilst we go through it. So TMZ and ABC News had put out a report of certain substances that were all spread out within Liam Payne's hotel room in Argentina, including the pink stuff. You know what I'm talking about. This version was played out and allowed for us to all think that he had all of these substances in his system at the point of passing away. I'm so worked up about this case because I've been so bloody invested in it. And I just can't believe that certain narratives can be pushed out when they're not true. So the final toxicology report has come in, which confirms there have been no substances that have been pushed out as a narrative within Liam Payne's body at the time of passing. Alcohol, there was, yes, that's been confirmed, but no other substances were in his body at the time of passing. Guys, this is major. Finally, this boy can have some justice, or man, sorry, I should say, he can have some justice. I just knew those pictures didn't add up. It just didn't look right. The way it was consecutively coming out just like that. They don't normally do things like that, but it was being pushed for a certain narrative. And how is that fair? How is that okay to do that? Now I have to use the word alleged because we know how things like to get, flagged. But go and hunt for it yourself. Go and look for it. It's out there.
Absolutely. We were told about multiple different drugs that were found in Liam Payne's system, but the new toxicology report confirms that no drugs were found in Liam Payne's system other than alcohol.
I'm so overjoyed that they are going to give him the justice that he deserves. Y'all, stay tuned. As soon as the updates come in and there's more stuff to give you, I will be releasing more stuff. Stay tuned.
What do you think of that? For all them people that was out there saying, leave it, just leave it, just leave it. I told ya, no drugs in this system. That room was staged. The pictures at the lobby were fake. Shame on you, mainstream media. Oh, at least it's coming out. No drugs in his system. I said, no way. No way. Not if he's got he's getting a visa.
Good point.
Murdered. Murdered. Told ya.
The situation with Liam is dark and disturbing. What is actually going on here? As we do know, 3 people have been arrested, including his alleged friend, Roger. Roger claims that he wasn't involved. At this point, I can only assume that the Argentinian police would have looked at the CCTV footage to see who would have been walking in the direction of the room, who would have taken Liam Payne to his room. It would also show if Roger was there or if he wasn't there. Another question is have they found Liam Payne's Rolex watch yet? And then you allegedly had 2 SCX workers at the hotel with Liam on the same day. I mean, who's making up these stories? Who gave this information to the media? Where did they get this information from? What truly happened to Liam Payne? And here is this guy, Brian Newhall Piaz.
Sí, nos vimos, sí, ahí nos juntamos, él me mostró un poco de su música, de la música que iba a sacar adelante.
New revelations have emerged in the investigation into Liam Payne's tragic death, as one of the suspects linked to the case has broken his silence for the first time. Brian Nahuel Pais, a 24-year-old Argentinian waiter, is one of 3 people under investigation over Payne's death. He has denied allegations of supplying drugs to the former One Direction star, but admitted in a televised interview to spending time with Liam during 2 hotel meetings in Buenos Aires. Brian says their first encounter happened at the restaurant where he worked in the upscale Puerto Madero district. Liam was dining with his girlfriend and friends when they exchanged contact information. Later, they met at Liam's...
Has Kate confirmed this? This is one thing we have to ask. Has anyone asked Kate about this guy? I mean, surely they've asked Kate about this guy. Can she say that she knows who this guy is? And does she know anything about Liam spending time with this guy?
Hotel on October 2, when Brian says they took drugs together, but insists he never provided or sold any narcotics.
What doesn't make any sense to me is that he claims he's not the drug dealer, but he went and spent time with Liam. Whilst he spent time with Liam, he smoked marijuana while Liam was taking cocaine. Now, that makes no sense to me. Why? Because Liam doesn't even know you. Why would Liam feel comfortable to take cocaine around you like that? Because you're going to smoke the marijuana instead of going to the extreme of taking cocaine in front of someone that you don't even know, who ain't even on taking the cocaine as well. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. Why would Liam put himself in such a vulnerable position? This picture we can see on the screen is the only picture that these guys have of each other. And again, like I said earlier in the video, it looks to me like this is an old picture. This doesn't look like him and Liam the other day. It doesn't. This looks like him and Liam maybe a few years ago. At this moment in time, we don't actually know what the true nature of their relationship was. We need Kate to confirm whether this is genuine. You know, being Liam's GF, I'm pretty sure she would know if this relationship was genuine. Liam would have spoke about him or mentioned him in some type of context if this relationship is genuine. Right now, I'm starting to believe this guy is a fanboy.
He shared a photo of himself with Liam, reportedly taken during their first hotel meeting. He also claimed that Liam showed him unreleased music when hanging out together. The second meeting, according to Brian, took place on October 13 at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel. He alleges that Liam offered him gifts, including clothing, and even suggested money, but Brian says that he refused to accept anything. He left behind items like a pair of gray jogging pants and a t-shirt that Liam had tried to give him. Brian's home has been searched as part of the ongoing investigation, but he says that he hasn't been formally questioned yet. The waiter, who has since lost his job, described Liam as really sweet and claimed to have introduced him to a friend who was also a fan.
For me, it seems like this Brian from Argentina is just a fanboy. He also claims that he's got text messages that he hasn't deleted that prove him and Liam are friends and that they actually linked up and he went to the hotel and they had that intimate moment. But what's also been published within the last 48 hours is a leaked message from Roger to Liam saying that the 6 grams is extremely good or something along those lines. And this kind of implicates that he is the guy that got Liam the drugs, if there was any drugs that Liam had. Now, according to what we've already heard from Brian Harvey and from the other lady, Liam had no drugs in his system whatsoever. It was just alcohol. So if that's true, it totally eliminates the narrative that Liam was on drugs, took drugs, Roger gave him drugs, Brian gave him drugs. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to quickly go back to Brian Harvey. Brian Harvey has been investigating this case from the very, very beginning. He has been saying things that people were calling him out for initially. Now it seems like things he was saying a few weeks ago are starting to come to fruition. Let's quickly check this out.
This is really freaking me out, right? Just have a look at this, please. Right, I'm going to go with this first. Right. Now, this is supposedly one of the last times that the fans saw Liam. This is when he had like the red and black sort of checkery shirt, and don't get freaked out, it's not a checkerboard, but this red and black checkery shirt shot, right, where he's with the fans. And the news reports are saying, yeah, there's clearly something wrong with Liam. Now look on his neck. Can you see that? You can see the cross tattoo on his neck. Right? okay, right? So let's just go to the next picture, right? There's the other side of his neck. I don't know what hotel this one that he's outside of, but apparently this is the one that he stayed in when he went to see Niall at the concert, yeah?
Okay.
There's the other side of his neck. Is that a rose or something like that?
It does look like a rose.
These are the pictures that the press are relying on, saying this is some of the last times that the fans saw him and he was pretending to be okay. Right, you can see the other side of his neck there, yeah? You can see, I think that's a rose, right? I'm pretty sure that's a rose. Right, I'll go back now. There is the crucifix, right? Rose, crucifix. Go to the next picture. You can see the crucifix there. I think this image, this one here, this image is flipped.
It's been mirrored.
This must be mirrored, this one, because of where the cross is. But this ain't the point. This is obviously flipped, though, this image here, right? So you can see the crucifix there on the side of his neck. And when we get to his Snapchat video, where are his tattoos?
Where is the tattoo? Can I see it? Am I being blind at this moment in time? I can see like a red mark, and next to the red mark, I'm expecting to see like a cross or an outline of a cross. I can't actually see one. This is a video that was taken 2 days before Liam Payne fell to his death. Saying this was the last video that Liam took, but I think he did take a video after this. But this was one of the last videos that Liam took. But Brian makes a good point here. I can't actually see the cross unless I'm being blind, but it looks so faint, if anything. And I've actually looked at this as well. I've looked at multiple videos of Liam recently, and you can see the tattoo from 10 yards away, 15 yards away. You can see it. This is a close-up picture, and we can't even see that tattoo. So it's extremely questionable. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to comment down below and let me know exactly what you are thinking about this whole situation. It looks like the media have been lying. They have been fabricating information, but then you got to say to yourself, have they been making that information up, or has someone been spoon feeding that information to them? The latter does make more sense to me. I don't think the media just woke up and decided to start fabricating information. The room was staged. It looked like it had multiple different drugs in there. The initial reports that come out had to have come from people in Argentina, and they started talking about all these different substances that was not found in Liam Payne's system. The US and the UK media jumped on it, took it from there, and blew it out of proportion. Liam was clean, Liam wasn't suicidal, and Liam was unfortunately murdered. Make sure you hit the like button, do subscribe to the channel if we are new, turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on future videos, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.